Hi everyone, and welcome to a brand new video. Today is going to be an oil painting time lapse, and it is also Studio Sessions episode 7. Before I begin, I just wanted to quickly let you guys know that I'm having a 20% off sale in honor of Mother's Day, so all you have to do is enter the code Mother's Day at happyd-artist.com. It ends May 21st. Okay. So for today's piece, you guys might be a little familiar with it because I used this painting for my how to paint hands video. But this is going to be showcasing the full painting, face, eyes, background, hair, everything included. I have actually a huge backlog of paintings that I had filmed and I cannot wait to put a voiceover on them and actually release them. So yeah. Let's move on to today's voiceover topic. I get this question a lot from a lot of newer artists on how to get into art galleries, and basically just kind of a rundown of what is the gallery world like, where do you even begin, how do you get a gallery's attention, is it even worth it to participate in galleries? So today I'm just going to be talking about galleries, and like every other video, this is all based on my personal experience. I have not watched any other videos regarding galleries. I haven't really read up much in terms of like articles or instructional tutorials on how to approach galleries. This is all just from me kind of experimenting and my own personal story. So everyone's gallery story might be a little different, and I might be giving you tips that other people are saying no to. So take what I say with a grain of salt, because again, like this only applies to me and my particular city, my particular style, and my particular set of galleries that I've talked to. But since this was so highly requested, I thought I would take a stab at it. So my biggest tip for getting into a gallery is to actually, I think the bulk of it lies in the preparation work beforehand. No matter how well you can write an application letter or how like nice you can make your website look, I mean, none of this matters if you don't prepare. And by prepare, I mean, first and foremost, the major component is to have a high quality portfolio or a high quality body of work that you can be proud of. I would recommend, based on my personal experience, at least 20 pieces. So depending on what medium you specialize in, like oil painting, for example, is my main medium. I tried to have at least 20 oil paintings that I can be proud of, 20 good oil paintings under my belt before I even start applying for galleries. Galleries usually won't ask you to submit 20 examples. They usually ask you to submit, I think, around 5 to 10. But I think when a gallery visits your website or visits your social media and they see you've had a long history of producing consistent, high-quality work, that speaks volumes. So make sure you have a huge body of work. I would recommend at least 20 pieces. And also, try to sell some work on your own first, whether it's through your Instagram or through your YouTube or through your Etsy shop. Try to sell some original pieces before you apply to a gallery, because you have to remember, like, galleries are still businesses and they still need to make a living and make sales. So if you haven't demonstrated a prior history of being able to sell work, I don't think it's as easy to get into a gallery. I know that, like, traditionally galleries will take artists who are, you know, plucked from obscurity and make a career by representing them and giving them that kind of social advertising boost, because galleries tend to already have a base of collectors. So yeah, introducing a new artist to that base of collectors will a lot of times help out the artist's career. But I feel like nowadays the paradigm is shifting a little bit, and social media has become very, very influential in the art world, as it has with any other sort of business, I feel like. So I think having a strong social media presence and demonstrating that you can sell, that your work already has a quality that people want to purchase, that will help you a lot in getting into a gallery. That being said, this is just my guess based on kind of the track record I've had, so I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure there are still galleries out there that will find an artist who is completely unheard of, completely brand new, hasn't had a huge resume or huge history of sales, and still invest time into building that artist's career. I think that probably still exists, but yeah, I venture to guess that it's not as common as it used to be, because artists nowadays don't really rely on galleries anymore to build an audience. Because of social media, artists can build an audience on their own. So I think for galleries, it's a lot more, a bit of a safer bet and less of a risk to go with an artist who has already built a fan base or collector base on their own. Again, this is just my guess. I cannot hammer this enough. Like, these are all just my opinions, my guess. Please do not be offended if this goes against your experience, because this is just my experience. And again, to prepare, I think another thing that I recommend doing is to do some research on the galleries that you apply to. So if you can, if they're local, try to visit them in person, try to attend several shows to see what it's like. If you cannot visit them in person, obviously feel free to follow the galleries on social media, follow the artists that the gallery showcases, and also be engaging in their social media. Like, you know, you can like comment on the pieces, or, you know, be on their mailing lists. I would not recommend you to self-advertise on a gallery's page. Like, I don't really remember if I ever did this because it's been so long, but never go on a gallery social media page and say, hey, take a look at my art. This is not something I heard directly from any gallery owner, but I know personally, just as an artist, if someone writes that on my page, it has a really annoying like undertone to it, because they're just trying to self-promote, and it shows that they don't really care about your content. They just want other people to look at their content. So I feel like if you do that to a gallery, it could be taken the wrong way. Like, you know, it's better to just stay professional and try to not annoy galleries, and try to kind of like be in good standing with them. So yeah, I would not recommend that you spam their social media pages or spam their emails with a lot of self-promotion. So yeah, when you have those things covered and you're ready to actually apply, usually based on my experience, galleries have a website, and on their website, they list an email address along with a few instructions on how to apply. They're called artist submissions. Or sometimes galleries will have a call for submissions. So if they're doing a new show or they're in the mood to find some new artists, they'll usually let it be known on their social media. But if they don't do that, you can just go on their website, and their website will usually tell you if they're looking for submissions or not. A lot of really nice galleries are booked years in advance, and you pretty much have to be invited to do a show. But some galleries will have like an open call for artists. So you can just email them at the address they list and follow their instructions. They usually ask you to attach a resume and some high resolution photos of like 5 to 10 examples of your best work, along with your sales history and the prices that you sold the pieces at. So just be prepared to have that information available. And if they don't reply right away, please be patient. So as you can imagine, galleries get emails all the time. Some of them maybe hundreds of emails a day. And so if they don't see your email, don't take it personal. Don't spam them until they reply. My rule of thumb was, if a gallery didn't reply to my email, I would not apply to them again until at least close to a year later, because I don't ever want to come off as like, oh, if they actually read my email and didn't reply because they didn't want me and I kept spamming them, then in general, I will just annoy them. And I try to minimize the amount of times I annoy someone. So yeah, if they don't reply, be patient, apply again next year. And I think my biggest tip though is definitely to prepare your portfolio, look at the caliber of work and the types of artists and the styles that the gallery represents, and make sure your work fits in. For me, it's not really like a numbers game. Like, don't just apply to every single gallery you possibly can just to increase your chances. If the gallery's work doesn't really fit in with your style or your skill level, it's better to just not apply and like wait until you have built up a body of work or built up a skill set that actually fits with the gallery you're applying to. Otherwise, I feel like it's kind of wasting time. So yeah, those are my tips. I hope you guys found this useful, and feel free to let me know your experiences with gallery. If you have tips, I'm open to hearing them. And before I end this video, I just wanted to proudly show off these beautiful entries for my $1 coloring challenge. If you'd like to join, pledge at least $1 at patreon.com/happydartist. I have a new challenge every single month. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!